Not a good start to the video. That's a bit better. Hello guys, this is Justin, Chainmail Pickaxe, and today I am starting a brand new series that I am calling the Self-Indulgent Mod Showcase series. In this series, I showcase off mods that I have made using MCreator, a free mod making tool that allows you to easily code mods yourself without any experience whatsoever. Not sponsored. Anyways, I suppose let's get right on to the showcase. Laid out here is all of the blocks that I would want to show you as blocks. This one is the enchanted crystal block. In part 2 I'll be covering all the crafting recipes. I might cover a couple in this episode. But here's the enchanted crystal block, which is probably one of the most important blocks in this entire thing. This is crystal grass, crystal dirt, and crystal stone. Now, being an MCreator mod, it doesn't give you as much freedom as coding with Java, so unless you did some really fancy work, you cannot make grass disappear because something's on top of it, and grass cannot spread to dirt. But maybe later I'll figure all that stuff out. Anyway, and this is also crystal stone. Now over here is another very important block. It is the crystal ore. There's also a version for the dimension that I added in this mod, just to fit in with the look of the stone. Now this is very rare. You can find it way deep down. I believe I made it smaller than diamond. It's been a while since I worked on the mod. Anyways, so that is the ore. You are going to need an iron to diamond pickaxe to mine it. Now this is crystal planks that is made from, the usual recipe of putting the crystal log into the crafting table. Now I made these leaves so that they would fit right in with the log, and you can find those in the crystal dimension, in the crystal biome. There are two biomes that were added in this mod, the crystal desert and the crystal biome. Now both of these contain items that are exclusive to that location, such as the crystal log or the crystal sand. Now the crystal sand can be smelted into crystal glass, which is completely blast proof, which I'll showcase over there. Now this is crystal grass. Now this is the easiest way to obtain crystals, and it's a little bit overpowered. Now if you explore, very quickly you will start to see this crystal grass everywhere. I cannot make it any more rare than this, so I guess you'll have to roll with it being super easy to obtain crystals. It only drops one crystal, however. It's dropped it basically as if it were seeds. Now, coming back over here, the next block we have is the crystal block. It's a decoration block that can only be found in caves, and I believe it can only be mined with silk touch. If I'm wrong, correct me. You can download this mod on MCreator's website. Just look up my profile, which is also Chainmail Pickaxe. Now, onto the blast-proof experiment. Now, I believe with creepers, this thing does not survive creepers. Or I've got this all backwards. Time to find out. Well, that did not have the exact result I expected. Apparently it's only blast-proof to creepers, but you can see that some of it has survived. Ooh, I messed up there. Moving right along to the crystal item. Now, crystal shards you can get from mining crystal ore, or smelting some of the blocks. You can also get it from crystal grass, which I showed you earlier. This, full in a crafting table, I believe. No. It's 5 in a shape like that. You can make a crystal. And if you put crystals in a crafting table in this shape again, you can make reinforced crystal. if you put the crystal on the crafting table, you can get 5 shards back, and I have not implemented turning reinforced crystals back into crystals. Now, the first item I added in this mod was the retractable sword. Now, I got this idea was a bit of an Easter egg to D&D and the Enchanted Crystal, the book. And what you can do with it, the textures are a little bit inconsistent, sorry about that. What you can do with it is if you get a crafting table. After you crafted the hilt and the blade, out of diamonds of course, you can put them both in like this. Like this. What? Oh, right. I think you need either redstone or redstone torch or something. Huh. Well, I don't remember the crafting recipe, but if you craft it right, you can get the hilt. Oh. I got this mixed up. Boom. 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 Whatever. So you craft the hilt and the blade together, and you get the retractable sword. And if you put this in the crafting table with a redstone torch anywhere, you can extend it. Now this does 12 attack damage, which makes it significantly more powerful than your average diamond sword. This is because it is so expensive to craft. Now if you want to de-extend it, you just take another redstone torch and you put it in the crafting table with the redstone torch, and you can see it de-extends. It can be placed anywhere in the crafting table as well as the... Yeah, here are a couple of the crafting recipes. Now we got that all covered. Let's move along. In here? Yeah. Over here we have the many tools and armor sets that this mod adds. The crystal set, the reinforced crystal set. Now this says wood because this has a version of it that uses the crystal rod, which is not in here. Rod. This crystal rod is used to craft these. Now, all these are crafted exactly like you would expect, using crystals and reinforced crystals. In an earlier version of this mod that I had released, the reinforced crystals were not added, and you would just have to use more crystals, but I updated the mod since then, which nerfed the crafting recipes as they should be. Now, you can see that this stuff is pretty powerful. The crystal sword does 12 attack damage. The crystal pickaxe, mine's pretty quick. The axe, still pretty quick. Shovel, also quick. And the hoe, also quick. If you want to summon these, you can see down at the bottom, you can see what the IDs are. Now, up here is the reinforced set, which is significantly more powerful than the crystal set because it's a lot more expensive. Also crafted exactly as you would expect. Now, the wood reinforced crystal set is quite powerful, but this set, oh boy, it's way more powerful. The crystal sword, 40 attack damage. Reinforced crystal pickaxe, powerful. All these are basically just really powerful. Now, I probably need to nerf these a little bit, but these are crafted with the crystal rod, which is crafted from 2 either crystals or crystal shards or reinforced crystals, I do not remember. Now, these are the hammers. These are pretty powerful. They are weapons, and they are used, well, like swords. Now, they do a lot of damage. This mod is a pretty overpowered mod. To craft these, you need 6 of either crystals or reinforced crystals. I don't remember which. I believe it is reinforced. Hold on, I need sticks. So I believe it's like that. Or like that. Or it's reinforced. I am not sure. I guess I've forgotten the crafting recipe for these. Oh well. I'll show that off next part. Anyway, these are very powerful weapons, and I do suggest crafting them if you have the opportunity. Now, the other one is used crafting the crystal rod. Now, moving over to here, you can see the enchanted crystal block that I showed you at the beginning, and this object called the crystal lighter. Now, first off, I'm going to show you the liquid. It's basically just water, but it's called crystal water. It flows very fast, and quite far, as you can see. And you can move through it fairly quickly, so it would be good for map creators. Now, back to the point. Now these enchanted crystal blocks, if you put them in the shape of a portal, like so, as you can see they emanate pretty cool particles. If you light up the crystal lighter, you can see that it ignites a portal. This portal leads to the dimension that I've added in this mod, the crystal dimension. Now this dimension does need a little bit of updating, but I can assure you that it has plenty of stuff to see. We've spawned in quite a cool area, actually. You can see the dimensional crystal ore that I showed you later in the episode. Now if we go out here, you can see it is quite like the nether. However, it is significantly different. Now when you look around, you can see some of the crystal grass and the crystal dirt. And also, when you look around, you can see a bunch of purple. That is the crystal stone that I showed you earlier in the episode. The stone can be smelted into crystal shards, and I believe the dirt and the grass also can. Now if you go down here, instead of lava, there is the crystal liquid, which again is basically just water that you can move pretty fast through and flows quite quickly and quite far. It's basically like super water. Now there is not a lot in here, but these ores basically do the same thing as ores in the overworld. Now I believe all this stuff looks pretty cool. I don't know about what others think, but I'm quite proud of all these. Anyway, let's see just how far this goes. As you can see, it flows quite far indeed. Quite far. Much farther than water or lava. Let's compare it. Oh, nope, that's going toward one specific edge. Water does flow quite quickly. Let's see what happens when it comes in contact with crystal liquid. I already know what happens. Skadoosh. It doesn't replace it or anything. It simply goes right over the top of it. It also allows for an easy way to see into it. Now this mod only works in, oh sorry, yeah, zombie pigmen do spawn because I had to make the biome hell, which is literally what the biome is called. But yeah, feel free to meet those guys. I'll just push them over here. Yeah. Anyways, that is all for this dimension. So let's head on back to the overworld. And that is all I have to show you for this Self-Indulgent mod showcase. If you enjoyed the crystal mod, please go ahead and download it at MCreator by looking up my profile, also called Chainmail Pickaxe. And there you will find it. The mod is not finished by any means. I still am planning to add mobs, which I have already started, and other decoration blocks. If you guys have any suggestions for what you would like to see in this mod, please leave it in the comments below. And if you like these Self-Indulgent mod showcases, please tell me so by liking and subscribing. And anyway, guys, I guess I will see you guys later. Goodbye.